business model as a contractor is to be able to go sell that homeowner another roof the next time the storm comes through. We're not going to fit your business model. If you want a lighter color, we're not the products for you. Mm-hmm. If you want multicolor, we're not the product for you.
Do you need anything besides a black roof anyways? I'm just saying, like, why does anyone put out anything besides a black roof on their house?
If you're looking for a roof covering that you're not going to have to worry about when the next hailstorm comes through, when the next significant wind event comes through, and get discount on your homeowner's insurance premiums along the way, definitely take a look at synthetics.
Hey, how's it going? It's Tim Brown, and this is the Hook Better Leads podcast. And today I have Lesley Gustafson of Euroshield on. How you doing, Lesley?
Excellent.
Lesley.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. We are talking about rubber versus plastic shingles and what's happening in synthetics right now. If you could give a little bit of your background and then also like what happened, what it's like now, and where synthetics is going from your perspective.
Absolutely. So myself, I've been with Euroshield Roofing for 10 years. We make shingles primarily out of recycled tires. My background before that, I basically from oil and gas, manufacturing, and agriculture. And it's really something where when I saw a sample of this product, it's like nothing else I'd ever seen, and I was like, I want to be a part of that. And it's really how it started for myself. The company has been around for 24 years, so we're in our 24th year. It's manufactured in Calgary, in Canada, Western Canada, and we are part of the overall synthetics category. And so synthetics, really, what does that mean? It pretty much means that we're products that end up in the premium category because of the amount of expense that goes into producing the product. And so because of that, we also are mimicking natural products. So whether it's slate or shake, that's where the synthetics category basically comes from. And within that synthetics category, there are different manufacturers that use really primarily plastic-based formulas, where for ours is primarily recycled tires.
So where has this come from? Like what is happening, you know what I mean, in this market? Because what I feel right now is kind of this groundswell of people excited about the synthetic category. I do need to note that we're at a trade show right now. They're breaking down. There's little beeps and whatever, but the content's going to be good, so bear with us. So what is happening right now in synthetics, and where have we come from?
Yeah, and overall, if you look at the U.S. or North America in the types of products that are used for roofing, we're somewhere around 1-ish% of roof coverings as a synthetics category. And because of the amount of...
Does that include like stone-coated steel and stuff like that?
Nope,
okay.
Nope, that would just be really ourselves as the rubber-based product, and then our competitors that make plastic-based shake and slate lookalikes, or are also tile lookalikes. And so it's really just those that are plastic-based and rubber-based products. Outside of that, certainly metal is a much larger portion of the market.
So 1% now, that's higher than 10 years ago?
We have grown in the last 10 years, for sure. I think ourselves as well as our other competitors have seen some pretty substantial growth in the last couple of years.
We just need to get to that 2% in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
And like I personally believe that it's going to be 10 and not that long. The question is, why not yet?
It comes down to a couple of things. One, the synthetics industry overall is about 25 years old. There have been a lot of companies that have come along and tried and failed. And those of us that have been around for about that length of time, there's been a lot of R&D and learning that goes into it. And you've got to have some wherewithal, both financially to get through that R&D and making changes and backing up when things don't work quite right, as well as mental toughness, because when you're developing a product that's like nothing else that's ever been out there, it's not something that you get right out of the chute. And so the handful of us that have made it through the test of the first 25-ish years have products that we're certainly more comfortable with and helps the overall segment grow. But also, with so much damage and things changing in the insurance industry where deductibles are going up, and whether it's hail or wind that are destroying roofs, and now people have ACV policies or are paying, percentages of their overall home value, which can be pretty significant for deductibles. They're really looking for a product that they don't have to replace the next time hail or wind comes through.
Absolutely. So why do you think that there's a kind of a groundswell and enthusiasm? People like Dimitri are talking about you guys on Roofing Insights, which is a pretty big channel.
Yes.
Didn't he say it was like his #1 roofing material?
For 2023,
for
correct.
2023, so that's pretty wild. Like that kind of exposure and stuff like that definitely allows some opportunities. And I just, separate from that, I'm hearing it from roofers. Like they're talking about these products, whether it be plastic or rubber, or
yes,
there's a lot of things going on. So why do you think that's happening now? What's changing?
Yeah, well, part of it is asphalt roofs are really a disposable product.
Yeah.
And people are getting frustrated because mountains are growing, landfills are filling up. One of the biggest issues in landfills, particularly in storm markets, is the amount of asphalt shingles in them.
I don't know if this is true, but I actually heard that there's like some markets where they're like not accepting asphalt shingles. That might just be a rumor.
There are certain markets,
but there may be
where
things
they're
that
pushing.
change, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I don't want you to be the one that has to say this, but like there might be law changes if there's that much waste, then laws could change.
You're a roofing contractor, and that means left behind nails are likely your #1 customer complaint. Gutters and downspout trap nails and debris during roof replacement, and all that junk ends up washing out onto grass, sidewalks, driveways, flower beds, and pool decks. Now there's a low-cost, disposable cleanup solution from the Catch-All that helps with all these issues on every single one of your job sites. Introducing the Nail Catch. These simple, easy to use, and disposable filters are attached to each downspout after a roof replacement and left in place throughout the next heavy rain. Order the Nail Catch today.
Have you ever been to a landfill?
Yes, and
They're terrifying, absolutely terrifying, and like it's kind of like a dystopian future, because there's not unlimited area for that to happen, and it's gross. So like and shingles are a pretty like weight, like there's a lot of volume to
Yes.
it, right?
correct.
So like that fills stuff up quicker. I don't know. I just think that I mean I'm not like a big government guy, but like if there's law changes or landfills don't want to accept this this stuff anymore, like those things from my point of view could speed up the process, and I'm not trying to give like false hope or something like that, but that's the type of things that I'm imagining could make this more like 10 years the shift happens a little quicker.
Absolutely, and part of the swell and the excitement and being able to have the opportunity to show Dimitri some of our aged roofs and go into markets with him where they are more severe, where there's more wind and more hail by far on average, and for him to actually be able to walk roofs with us and see.
Did you
how
guys
they're
already do
holding
this,
up.
or you're going
we
to do
have.
this? Oh, cool.
Yes. So we have done this, and then he's also able to talk with the homeowners and talk with contractors. So it's not just from the standpoint of us as the manufacturer.
Are these harder to install?
It's all the same tools. It's really, with our product, part of what makes us different within the synthetic category is a very large shingle. It's actually larger than an asphalt shingle. So gun nail it on, cuts with a straight blade knife, fold and score and fold.
Okay, so let's do plastics versus rubber. What are the pros and cons of each?
Sure.
Let's
Yep.
start with plastic.
Yeah, so plastic-based products have a light-colored base. And so with a light-colored base, it means that you have the ability at a lower cost point, to make more different colors or varying colors. It also means over time, UV is going to degrade color no matter what. And so there are things that you can do, and there are better color options, and different colors stay longer. But as the UV degrades it, whether it's vinyl siding or plastic-based shingles, they will fade out to a lighter color. With our product, being primarily recycled tires, our base color is black. And so if anything, our colors definitely are on the darker side. And
do you need anything besides a black roof anyways? I'm just saying, like, why does anyone put out anything besides a black roof on their house? What the heck?
I think Henry Ford learned that it's best to offer more than one color, that black isn't always the answer. So it's
a damn shame. They should all be black.
But certainly, I think part of, but so for us, that means that over time, if anything, ours will trend a little bit darker, but they literally cannot fade to a lighter color.
Okay. And so you're saying that could be a con on a plastic-based product?
It's just part of what makes it different, right?
Okay.
So and then also for a plastic-based product, plastic-based products are stiff. So when it comes to hail or limbs, if you're out in the Pacific Northwest or in heavily treed areas and you have...
I am, by the way. I have tons of trees.
Yes.
We just had a tree fall on our garage.
Yes.
Stinks.
Yeah, so with our product, because it is a rubber base, it really can handle impact like no other product out there. Honestly, bring it. We would go head to head with anyone when it comes to impact.
I believe that. Okay, so any other pros that you'd say to the plastic side?
Pros for the plastic side, because they typically are doing individual pieces. If you want a multicolored roof, if you want to do a multicolored slate look, then you have that opportunity, because part of what we do is make a shingle that's larger than asphalt to lower labor rates. So labor rates are higher on our product than a typical asphalt shingle if you have a bunch of valleys, because the cuts take a little longer. Okay. But they're substantially higher on individually pieced synthetics, where you might be covering 1 square foot per piece.
Okay, so let's do the versus now, versus rubber.
RoofCon's amazing. Getting to see all the speakers like Nick and Eric and especially Tim Tebow. Very exciting and eye-opening.
Amazing speakers and great knowledge. Keep it up.
First RoofCon, been following Hunter and the Revolt Clan for quite some time, and it's definitely been a lot more than what we expected.
RoofCon 2023 returns to Orlando, Florida, November 9th through the 11th. Get your tickets at roofcon.com.
So what are the pros and cons? I know cons are going to be a little harder for you because you guys do rubber, but I got to hear it. What are the pros and cons to rubber?
Yeah, pros and cons to rubber. From a pro point of view, what we do, we'll take impact like no other. All of our shingles also interlock. So our products made it through Hurricane Ian, where in Fort Myers and Cape Coral, where all the roofs surrounding our installs were tarped. Ours made it through with our interlocking system. And as far as cons, if you want a lighter color, we're not the products for you. Mm-hmm. If you want multicolor, we're not the product for you. But really, there is still some color variation in our product, where it's not that you're getting a completely uniform roof. So you're still going to see the varying grays, for example, in our gray product.
Any other cons from your perspective?
Overall, I would say what I hear is, if you're in a storm market and your business model as a contractor is to be able to go sell that homeowner another roof the next time the storm comes through, we're not going to fit your business model, because when that baseball or softball size hail comes through, our product will win.
Is there any benefits, like from an insurance perspective, as far as like, do insurance companies want you to, I'm not trying to align you publicly with insurance companies, but I would think they would like this product on homes.
Yeah, so within the testing standards point of view, the highest impact rating is called a Class 4, and there are all of us in the synthetics industry meet that Class 4 impact rating, which is part of the reason that our segment continues to grow. And so what that means is, if you meet that Class 4 and you're in a storm area, you get discounts, and they can be really significant on your premium. If you're in Texas, Colorado, they're very significant.
So you're not trying to just, compete with the synthetics. I know that this is a versus video. We're talking about the pros and cons, plastic versus rubber, but this sounds like an improvement in general. The category of synthetics is an improvement from some of these other roofs.
It is.
Can you give a little, like, just advocate for the synthetics market to our audience? I know that you have your preference, but.
So really, if you're looking for a roof covering that you're not going to have to worry about when the next hailstorm comes through, when the next significant wind event comes through, and get discount on your homeowner's insurance premiums along the way, definitely take a look at synthetics.
And can you give any other information you want to give about Euroshield, and then give your guys' .com?
Absolutely. So part of it for us too, we have two core pillars at Euroshield. One is protecting your home. We believe we do that better than anyone else on the market. The other is conserving our planet. We also believe we do that better than anyone else because we have 95% recycled content, 70% tires. We offer a 50-year non-prorated warranty. So that roof is not going to go into the landfill in my lifetime as owning this home. And certainly please check us out, give us a call, message us. You can find more information at euroshieldroofing.com.
Awesome. And I was just interviewing a young man who would probably be the likely successor to a roofing company CEO. And he was just saying, I don't think in my lifetime that we're going to be installing asphalt. I think there's going to be a point in my lifetime where we're not installing asphalt roofs. And you might find that to be a crazy possibility, but ultimately there are smart young people who may be taking over their family's roofing company that might be aggressively moving towards this if they feel like it's the right thing for the homeowners in their area. And so you might be competing with them if it's not you, but I think it's at least interesting. When I hear young, smart people talking about that, I'm like, why? So I had to come talk to you. I had to hear more about these products. They're beautiful, by the way. I honestly, I'm a big aesthetics guy. So when I see a beautiful product like this, I always want to hear about it. I want to see it on more roofs. I appreciate everyone watching this, checking it out. It's put on by hookagency.com, Hook Agency all over social. Please like the video, comment below, subscribe. Bye.